Right, I'm on leave. 4G Auto on the team, my nigga.
So Rick Ross ain't just blessing him with the feature. He's telling 4G Auto Blow, that's who we're talking about here, MAGA rapper, man. He was at the Trump rallies, heavy political-ish in his music, I hear. From the Trump, he had Trump tracks and all that, man. But this is the white ninja track. He's advocating, why can't white folks say the N-word, man? And Rick Ross is on a track with him here. I don't believe it's that track, but he's saying that's his ninja. You know what I'm saying? And of course, I want to know how everyone feels about this, man. There's more to all this. Like, dude's definitely, I don't know if the money for all these features is coming out of his pocket or someone else is behind this, because, you know, a lot of people who say this is an agenda, this is a play, and it could be is someone bankrolling this guy. I don't know. I don't fuck with his music. I remember when I seen the Trump-ish, but let's continue.
Teacher's not a dream. What you gonna do now? Vanilla ice in the run up, get shine like a free throw.
So that was a Ninja Turtle running around with Vanilla Ice on a track with him. The features is wild, right? And Paul Wall, another fellow white rapper, man. Yo, again, bankroll, money will give features, but the rappers don't gotta agree to do features with artists, you know what I'm saying? So take from that what you will.
Me and Blow getting blowed in the two-go. Drunk up on pole, what do you know? Lean like seaside.
My name wasn't in the city. That shit ain't free. You hear niggas be needing favors, but that shit ain't me.
Ain't that crazy, man? Dirk, that's a throwback, right? Because Dirk, as we know, is locked up, facing forever and a day, man. Comment if you guys think Dirk's gonna beat that case or not. But not only was he not locked up, he had the low haircut, so that was some time back, I guess. 4G Auto Blow been at this. You know what's crazy too? I seen Stitches like this post, a viral post where this was being talked about, and in some ways this reminds me of Stitches, right? Florida. I don't know if that's where dude's repping or where he's from or where he says he's from, right? Remember, because Stitches said he was from the Pork and Beans projects, and I don't know, I heard Stitches was suburban like a motherfucker. Another thing, I don't know if y'all seen this dude, this 4G Auto Blow dude has suburban, what is it, King or suburban something tatted on him. So he's repping the burbs. I don't know, man. But it's just wild when we're just talking about features and money, you know what I mean? Like, could someone be trying to fuck with the algorithm in hip-hop, paying artists top dollar on his behalf because they want to push someone like him? Or is this coming out of 4G Auto Blow's own pocket or what? I don't know. I remember Stitches had a joint. He was saying the N-word all over with Stitches is Cuban, I guess. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. I mean, there's the whole N-word politics. I don't know him, or you know what I mean? It's like Stitches Cuban. I don't fucking know. You know what I'm saying? Latino. I don't know. We're almost there to the part though where he gets into the N-word stuff, man. And it's not just that he's saying it, the way that he's saying it in a track is kind of crazy. But Dirk done took this dude's money and rocked with him on a track along with these other artists we were talking about. But did you hear the lyrics though about that shit ain't free? I think that was Dirk saying it, but it was just kind of wild to hear that reference on there when we know damn well it ain't none of these features free for 4G Auto Blow. I would bet.
I want to part all night. I'm getting started, baby. I'm having time of my life.
I got a double cup of that Sprite. Couple hundred on my neck, another 50 on my finger. Been a nigga my whole life, but now you trip that I say nigga. How you figure? It's okay to say when I'm bumping some jigger. Turn the music off and now it's racist. What the fuck's the difference, nigga? Nigga, look, notice no R's, no why? Cause I put both of them bitches on my cars. Bitch, I'm busy making money, got no time for hate, nigga. Red, white, and blue, only colors that I claim, nigga. They tell me, bro, you can say nigga if you white, nigga. I tell them word, I say any word I like, nigga. Fuck what you heard, bitch, I hustle my whole life, nigga. I'm a different type, nigga. Guess I'm just a white nigga, but they You can say nigga if you white.
All right, so there's the bulk of it, the meat and potatoes of it, pause of, the controversy. You see some of the other stuff on the screen too. Listen, I'm not even going to sit here and tell you that I listen to this dude's music like that, but there's a song that references lynching in it, and like all this political stuff, and I support ICE. Like, I don't know. This is just such a bizarre conversation to be having in hip hop circles, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? Tap in if you agree. Like, where the fuck did this guy come from? I truly would like to know. Like I was saying about the whole bankrolling, the money thing. Is this out of his pocket? Who's his people's? How did he get tapped with Trump like that so heavy? Just so much shit is in my mind right now, like wondering about this. You know what I mean? Like, obviously we know the power of the internet, the power of controversy, but this is just a fucking trip, man. Like, you heard him with the wordplay too. He's like, no R's. He's got the double R on his Rolls Royce. And then on top of it, you hear like the hook. It's not just that he's saying, I'ma say it, or I should be able to say it. He's saying, I say what I like. Almost like, stop me, I'ma say it type shit. Those vibes. Was anyone else kind of peeping that as well? And imagine if this is catches on with the youth in like in schools. White kids are running around with that attitude, saying it, like, just the drama and the ish that can go down behind it. I don't know. It's just, again, this is weird. Like, the whole MAGA rap thing, period, is just weird to me personally, man. And this whole conversation about this word, like, I don't know any white dudes, like, just for instance, Milk74, right? A YouTuber adopted by a black family straight out the hospital, was raised in a black neighborhood. Like, in the interviews, like, if you're not up on him, there was an interview where he was basically saying there was a point in time he didn't fully realize, like, he was white, being that he was in an all black community, till he started growing up a little bit, you know what I mean, from the time he was a baby. And he would say it. And then when he got into the spotlight more, like, he pushed off from saying it. And I think the Hoff twins was someone else that they were like, I'm going to stop saying it. The point that I'm making is, like, any white dudes, who, I'm not saying everyone around tolerated it, but just, I guess, people seem to somewhat understand why they said it, was like, yo, I'm gonna fall back off that. I just don't understand, like, a lot of individuals' obsession with wanting to say that word, or feeling like, can I get the cosign to say it? Like, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? It's just all bugged out to me. And, I just seen this as a trending discussion, a trending topic. And of course said, let me tap on here with the people of the blogosphere and see what everyone else feels like about this. You know what I'm saying? As always, if you're new over here, subscribe to the channel. That's what we do. We talk about different topics, and, it's all about hearing from the people. You know what I'm saying? Like, the shit that you see online, it's almost like, man, are we in a movie like Idiocracy or something? Like, I don't know, man. Or like an episode of the Boondocks or something. Like, this seems like something would have been on the Boondocks, but now it's in real life. It's like, and I'm not just talking about with hip hop stuff, just with all the wild trends and different kind of content creators and shit that comes across over the years. The internet is just such a bizarre place. But there you have it, man. Forgiato Blow, his White Ninja song, and apparently he's pushing it like a movement. I guess that's the thing about this guy's music as well. Every time I've seen it in the headlines, everything being of such political nature, it feels like he tries to push it as a movement, and I don't know what his numbers or nothing are like, real numbers, botted numbers, any of that. I just don't fuck with dude. From what I heard of him, I ain't into none of that bullshit music he's pushing. So I don't know. I don't really know if he's having success like that. But again, comment if, as I'm just thinking out loud as I'm closing this video out, who's behind all this? Who's pulling the strings? You know what I'm saying? Got to think about that with a lot of ish on the internet. Sometimes certain things, someone just gets on and does something and it takes off or it doesn't. But sometimes there's people that are like, okay, if we put money behind this and we pay these platforms and we do this, and, you know, and there's a lot of creative minds involved. And, you know, sometimes there's agendas at play. You know what I mean? When you dig in and follow the money and follow the blogosphere trail, if you will. And I've seen a lot of people in discussions about this guy on social media and such, pointing out that World Star Hip Hop seems to push him heavily. And World Star 100% obviously is all about pay. We were talking about Stitches. That's how Stitches blew up. You know, if you hear his whole story of it, he was out here trapping in the streets and the feds were coming after him and he dodged a Fed case. He handed off some work to some lady and said, this is a gift, so this ain't a sale. And he knew it was time to get out of the game. And he put that $5,000 that he had to have Brick in Your Face put up on World Star on the big screen, and it was such a hit. I mean, which the song did become a hit, if you recall. The Miami Heat were using it working out, you know. Like, Brick in Your Face was an alright song, you know, but Stitches ain't no real rapper, man. Dude got knocked out by Whack 100 and birthed all this bullshit with Whack's virality, and then Whack sunned him and started managing him. Corniest shit I ever heard. But yeah, World Star put it up even longer because it was such a big hit. Like, they wheel and deal with people is the point that I make. Just like I was pointing out with these rappers that are on these features, obviously they're paid for the features, you know what I'm saying? But like, they don't have to accept that money and get on it, you know? So it's just food for thought too, you know, seeing Lil Durk, Kodak Black, Vanilla Ice, fucking Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle up in there. Who else? We already said Durk, Rose, Kodak. I don't know. The list goes on and on, man. But Forgiato Blow and his bullshit. Let's talk about it in the comments and all that. Thanks for tuning in again. It's Coffee, and I'm up out of this thing. Peace.